Adrenochrome.
Adrenochrome?
Honey, it's 1966.
This was published in 1933. There were covens in Europe. That's what they're called. The congregation. Covens in Europe, in America, and in Australia, and they have one right here. That whole bunch. The parties with the singing and the flute and the chanting. Those are espas or Sabbaths or
Honey,
whatever
don't get
they're called.
excited, huh?
Read what they do, Guy. They use blood in their rituals, and the blood that has the most power is baby's blood. And they don't just use the blood, they use the flesh.
He still wanted Israel to win in their wars. He just started to question how far they're going to take it. He questioned a stand-down order on October 7th. Maybe Netanyahu ordered so that Netanyahu could go to war and not go to trial for everything he's fucking done to that country and ours and others. I mean, he's a fucking war criminal. Not only that, he was questioning the Epstein files. He wanted those released. He was saying that Epstein has clear ties to intelligence and Israel. And if you can't, I mean, Charlie Kirk was saying, I'm seeing a pattern here, and my pattern recognition, like most people, is usually right. We notice patterns. So he was starting to kind of talk out about Israel, and he was starting to criticize them. And he was still a full loyal supporter of them. He wasn't going against them. He was just criticizing and questioning some of the things that Israel was doing and covering up. Not only that, he also rejected an $150 million from Bibi Netanyahu that was offered to go to Turning Point USA. He turned that down. That's like a bribe. That's like, I mean, you take that, now you're going to be a mouthpiece for him. So that's why he offered it. And that's just a list of reasons. Now, to get to what actually killed him real quick, I don't think it was the bullet. I think this was originally a wacky theory in my opinion, but now with all the evidence and all the investigating that Ryan Matta and so many others have done, the footage is showing, unless they release the CCTV footage of the shooter on the roof running across after he takes a shot in the prone position, which they haven't showed anyone, then maybe we'll question this theory again and look more towards that theory. And also the Turning Point footage that was taken and handed off to people as well. But that thing, the microphone theory is looking like it is the most likely theory of what killed Charlie Kirk. If you stop it right before, they have footage now. You see an explosion right here. His necklace comes off the back of his neck. And that means it would have broke from right here, because if the necklace would have broke from back here, it would have fell forward. So this little, I think they call it a lavalier, I forgot what they call the type of microphone. Just a little microphone with a magnetic piece that's on the outside of the shirt with the microphone on the inside. Now, that goes here. Here, we don't see any exit wound, no blood splatter. Something gets lodged in here. And the necklace breaks, goes backwards, meaning it broke from the front. Not only that, the footage they now have, it shows a mini explosion right here. And now we have that guy that's doing shit with his fucking shirt sleeve that's right in the front row. That's probably the guy that detonated it. And then you see the footage of him running into the situation, jumping the fence and going straight to Kirk, handing something off to another guy, going and tending to Kirk with the other security guards, handing shit off, looking very sketchy, and then they take him and put him in an SUV and dip out. No ambulance, no anything. Really weird shit. And yeah, you might think that's a quacky theory, but it's probably the most likely at this point. No 30-06 bullet is staying lodged in someone's neck. It's blowing their neck completely off. And, well, think about the pagers that Mossad used on Hamas, in which they were able to kill many members at the same time in different locations through pagers that were sent to Hamas. They intercepted them, put explosive devices in the pagers, and, carried out that attack on Hamas through explosives in their pagers. So you don't think they could have put an explosive in that mic? Because they definitely could have. That's the last thing I want to say on that. We'll see if any more theories come out. I don't think so. Unless I think that Tyler Robinson is going to accidentally kill himself in prison. So we'll see if he even gets to testify. I guess the furry that he was fucking is missing. That's something. But to get back to Tim Pool, I just want to. I'm not going to say anything about his bald head and his short stature and his just faggy appearance and demeanor. But I will say it's pretty fucking scummy to kind of undermine or look down on the two people you're having on because they're spewing out things that you call a conspiracy theory. And I wonder why you think they're conspiracy theories. I mean, I would like to see who funds your podcast because it's huge and what made it so big, how did it get so popular, and why you speaking like you know everything. And I mean, and just especially when these two guys have done way more investigative journalism on this specific situation than probably anyone besides Candace, maybe. So that's one thing. And he's calling it conspiracy theories, and he compared it to Pizzagate and the conspiracy theories behind Pizzagate. And I'm not going to get into Pizzagate. I've already done a whole episode on it. You can go listen to it. It's not conspiracy theories. And what was exposed during Pizzagate and what was happening at Comet Ping Pong Pizza was so fucking dark and very real and was covered up by the most powerful people because the most powerful people were also involved in it. And he compared these conspiracy theories that Israel had something to do with Charlie Kirk's assassination to the conspiracy theories that were said about the Pizzagate situation. And he said he's basically blaming conspiracy theorists for blowing everything out of proportion and not allowing the truth to really come out, which is retarded. And to compare, so once that little faggot weasel compared Pizzagate as a conspiracy theory to the Charlie Kirk assassination being done by Israel conspiracy theory, I once that happened, I go, I can't take anything this guy says about anything seriously. He's obviously a mouthpiece. He knows nothing. He thinks Qatar has just as much reason to kill Charlie Kirk as Israel. He thinks it was a lone tranny loving shooter. He thinks that this is coming from that demographic, and they were able to carry this out. He was of the 30-06 bullet theory until Ryan Matta had to be like, dude, I mean, that's probably not. There's no way that bullet is staying lodged in his neck. They didn't even get to bring up the microphone thing because Tim Pool, speaking like Ben Shapiro, was like, I love sucking Israel's dick. And so they couldn't even bring up theories because, these two guys he had on also have, spoken out about Pizzagate. So he kind of just shut them down and they didn't really get to get into anything. And he would just change subjects and then come back and talk about Kirk for 5 minutes, spew out his hate for the left and the trannies, and then go on about something else and then just get off topic. He didn't even let them break down what they've found out, what they know, the footage they've bought, the people they've talked to. And they kind of just had to let Tim Pool, spew out bullshit about Israel being, he called it Israel derangement syndrome, like Trump derangement syndrome. He said people can't stop talking about Israel. Everything's Israel. Well, once you see it, it's hard to unsee it everywhere. That's all I got to say. Tim Pool's a pussy. I mean, Ryan Matta and Myron Gaines are very respectable for just, showing respect, listening, and not trying to talk over him. And honestly, I applaud them for not giving him the time of day to hear what they know and what they think, because he's not going to fucking listen anyway. So why tell him? And so, I mean, it would have been so hard not to just fucking spit a fucking loogie in the middle of that bald-headed midget faggot, Tim Pool. All right. enough about that, though. I mean, the Charlie Kirk thing, this thing's going to be going for months. Like I said, I think the most likely thing at the moment is microphone. I don't want to talk about that, but I just spent, how long? 30 minutes. That's gay. Yeah, that's so gay. But I will say, like, Ryan Maddux he's not only, he's spending most of his waking time right now trying to get to the bottom of this assassination. Obviously, it's a future president. Why wouldn't Israel kill him? Especially when he has the biggest audience and the most control of the most important demographic, which is young conservatives and young military age men, young conservative men, which Bibi needs desperately to support all the fucking wars he loves to fucking start on our behalf. And then we got to take in their refugees while they get to take over the country. And then we get stuck with the fucking refugees that, can't coexist here. I'm sorry. Sometimes it's just like, you guys got to, I'm not learning fucking your language. If you guys come here, I'm not gonna, you're not gonna be praying in the middle of the streets. That's fucking annoying. I don't know. I don't think Islam or Judaism can coexist here in America. This is a place built on Christianity, but we'll see. We'll see. They are our greatest ally. Netanyahu is just in the U.S. I don't know if it was today or yesterday or maybe tomorrow. He's coming here. If I was Trump, I'd arrest him immediately when he stepped foot on U.S. soil, just like any other country would, but us, since somehow they got video of all our politicians' fucking kids. So, thanks, Jeffrey Epstein. Thanks for that. All right. And we're still waiting for those files to come out, Trump. What the fuck's going on, dude? What the fuck's going on? I know there's been some bad shit. We had the Minnesota church shooting that, the guy was anti-Semitic. Why'd he shoot up a church then, you fucking retards? He's just a tranny demonic. He was Jewish too. He's just a tranny demonic Jew that shot up a church. Okay, I know we had that, and then the bus situation, which happened on August 22nd, not even when they told us, and then the Kirk assassination. But yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of fucking trauma to witness. But we're not gonna forget that you guys, Trump's administration owes us what they ran on, and it's those files. And we want people held accountable, even if it's literally the guy that said he would release the files. That should be accountable for what's in those files. We'll see. Massive cover-up. The only one fighting for that shit anymore in our government on the Republican side is Thomas Massie. So shout out Thomas Massie. But I'm going to get off that topic, honestly. Just a bunch of bullshit. What I have been getting into recently, though, is the occult and the old religion. I'm fascinated by this shit. I've been going deep. And the old religion, you can call it's the oldest religion in the world. It's the evil religion. It might be the most powerful religion. The only thing that can probably combat and has even put up a fight against this religion is Christianity, in my opinion. But I think the other three religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, I think none of them have the power and the status, the wealth, and just the mentality and the evilness to, not right now. Not enough people are spiritual or religious. I don't think any of those religions stand a chance right now against the old religion, which it's crazy. We call it the old religion. It's the occult, or you can call it the old religion. It is the oldest religion. It's been running humanity since Cain and Abel, since maybe when, this is just a theory, maybe Eve didn't eat from the tree of knowledge. Maybe before she fucked Adam, she fucked the serpent, and that kid from the serpent was basically the devil, evilness, Antichrist, and what she had with Adam was the opposite, the good, loving body, spirit, which, I mean, you can say Cain and Abel, but who won that, right? Cain. Not to not to get biblical, but let's get away from that. I mean, we're about to get into religion. This is what I've been going deep in. It's the occult, the old religion, like I said, and we're talking about Aleister Crowley type shit, Temple of Sets, the Knights Templar, Satanism, Freemasons, Illuminati, all these types of groups you could say they have their own groups that they usually run with, practice certain rituals with, but these groups kind of all fall under the occult because they have, they perform this similar rituals. They're using dark magic to summon dark entities, evil entities, demons, you could say. They're very involved with pedophilia, not even that, but human sacrifice. That's not the worst thing. Even child sacrifice, and that's not even the worst thing. But child sacrifice in the form of murder after they put these children and other human, not just children, but that's their that's what they would prefer during these rituals. They put these children through satanic ritual sexual abuse. It's like the most demonic thing in the world. And it's what feeds the power of this religion. It's what summons these demons. And when you're summoning these demons and, taking part in these black magic rituals and these, very, very spiritual, dark, ritualistic shit, you're opening up channels into yourself. When you open up channels into yourself, you're allowing spirits, demons, entities, angels, maybe. Not when you're doing that shit, but when you pray and do things like that, like pray and love thy neighbor, and you are selfless, so you put others before yourself. Sometimes you do good when you need to do good. Maybe angels come through you, but we're talking about the occult because that's what I've been going into, and that's who I think is running the world still. Even though it's the oldest religion, I think they are still running the world at the moment. But when you're performing these rituals, black magic rituals, satanic ritual abuse rituals on children and whoever they can get, you're summoning demons and you're opening up channels into yourself, allowing those demons to now take upon a life form on Earth. They have no other ways of these demons would have no other ways of interacting with life on Earth or anything on Earth unless they had a channel to get to Earth. So when you do these black magic rituals and you do these huge events, mass killing events, or Lady Gaga's doing a fucking performance, like you see these rituals everywhere. They've showed us in entertainment and movies. We see it in music everywhere. We see it in art. We see it in trafficking networks all over. When you do this, you're opening up those channels, and those demons now come and take up life forms on Earth and work through those bodies that have opened up the channels. Lex Wexner, the guy that owns Victoria's Secret, the guy that funded Jeffrey Epstein, he gave Jeffrey Epstein the right of attorney over his assets. That's crazy. He says he is controlled by they call it a daemon, I think, which is like a Jewish demon that controls what he does. It's like an alter ego almost that kind of runs his life, is kind of taken his body as a vessel. That's what I'm saying. And I think that's very real. And this isn't for the scientists and the people that believe in science as a religion or the atheist. Those two groups are just pussy retards. And they have, I mean, that's just child's play. And to, be atheist or believe in science as a religion, you're just lost. You're just fucking lost because This is all spiritual warfare that's going on at the moment. It has nothing to do with science or atheism, who don't believe in anything. Worst people to hang out with, especially when going out. They bring the whole party down. They suck. Scientists suck too. They just want to shoot vaccines into you and fucking read textbooks all day like fags. But when it comes to the spiritual realm, that people take part in, human beings, and the entities that they worship or channel through, it gets really dark and it gets deep, and that's what's been running the world for so long. And like I said, I think it's called the old religion. It's called the occult as well. But I still think this old religion, the occult, is still in control of the world. I think they have members that are in politics, obviously, on both sides, that know what they're doing, creating chaos in politics. I think they have members in intelligence agencies. I think they have members all across entertainment, movies, art, music, fashion. I think they have members in the military. They have members in the police, in the local police all over the world. I think they have members. And like I said, this isn't just a U.S. thing. This is like a global religion, global occult. And so I think, this goes all across the globe. And that's why you see these child networking or child trafficking networks all over the place, everywhere. You got fucking Epstein. You have Richard Branson, Mark Dutroux, the Finders Cult, the Franklin scandal. You have the cartels doing it as well. You have, like, where did all the 300,000 missing children go? Where do you think they go? I mean, it seemed like they just without a trace disappeared, and they were allowed to come into the country and then allowed to disappear. So they have members in Congress, all the way up to the president. I mean, these are the most powerful groups that have been running shit for centuries, not even decades, centuries. They are the most powerful religion in that, that humans have ever known. That's why I think it's still in control of everything. And I think I think they've become so powerful because members of the occult mask themselves with other religions, Judaism, Christianity, Islam, but they're all playing a part, or they're a left or right politician. They're all playing their part, but all these members are playing the game because they have the same goal, which would be global control. And they would do that through mass rituals all the time before our eyes, us watching it. We don't even know it's happening at very specific times, like the eclipses and things like that. Like we just had Lady Gaga. We just had the eclipse not too long ago, what followed after that? You had the Minnesota church shooting. The bus stabbing was made pretty much public to everyone in the United States, if not the world. And then you had the Charlie Kirk assassination. All after that eclipse. And Lady Gaga, what did she do? She did that huge ritual performance in which she had like kids in a cage. And it was very weird and very occultic and very symbolic of what this religion practices. And that was a mass ritual on the eclipse, summoning some type of entities, and then giving the blood sacrifices, which was the church shooting, the stabbing, Charlie Kirk. Boom. Those are rituals right in front of our eyes, and we don't even know it. And whether it's the Freemasons or the Illuminati or the Satanists, the Templars, or the Church of Sets, it's all one thing, the occult. And they know what they're doing, and they're all in on it. I mean, think about music festivals. I've seen so many. At this point, I'm convinced I've seen countless occult rituals performed right in front of my face without even know it. Now, the last one I saw, I knew it was happening because I was already aware of this stuff when I went to that festival, which was Coachella last year, when Lady Gaga was the headliner. And it was very, what should I say, scary, honestly. And I told everyone in my group, wait till this fucking bitch performs. And she's a known occultist. Look up her and Marina Abramovic, or look up Michelle Levy and any artist that has done any work with her. They're all practicing occultist. And just like I said, my group came back and was like, we couldn't even stay fucking 15 minutes. I was not chill at all. And what Lady Gaga did was a ritual in front of thousands of people watching that performance at Coachella last year. And a lot of them on psychedelic drugs, which are opening up channels, like I said earlier, to let these entities in if you're not aware of it. And yeah, they couldn't even stay for 15 minutes because they were aware when I told them. They still had that thought in their head, but they wouldn't believe it until they saw it. And I'm not going next year. I've been the last 6 years in a row, and I've been to EDC a bunch, probably seen a bunch of rituals done right in front of my face. I don't know what channels they opened in my body, but I will say next year, Sabrina Carpenter is a headliner, and that will be the occult ritual that is performed next year at Coachella. It will be Sabrina Carpenter. Mark my words. She is definitely a Nepo baby that was born into the occult. Trust me on that. She is very, very bizarre and suspicious ties to this group, the occult, Scientology, a bunch of shit. So mark my words, that performance will be occultic as well. But to get back, I know I'm ranting all over the place. It's kind of hard to have a linear talk or discussion on this because there's so many aspects at play. But they tell us what they do. One of their which I say commandments is that they have to get consent from the people that they're performing the ritual in front of in order to do it. And they do that by showing us what they do in movies or, do music performances at festivals or artwork or fashion. They tell us what they're doing. It's just usually using symbolism or, some type of abstract, subtle way to let everyone know what it is that they're doing and the rituals they're performing. We usually just see it as a movie or a painting or a performance. But a performance, like when you're looking at Lady Gaga up there perform, it's almost like a demigod. Everyone's in the crowd, almost like a church, like, worshiping the performer, which is what, Katy Perry or Lady Gaga, almost as a demigod. And that's consent. Okay. When we watch movies that they tell us what they're doing, they clearly tell us what they're doing. Any Stanley Kubrick movie will have hints and evidence of what the occult rituals are. You just got to watch it. You got to watch them for a second time and a third time. The first time was enjoyment. The second time's research. The third time's understanding. And the first time you watched it, though, that's consent. We watched it. We loved it. Carry on with your rituals. Think about Rosemary's Baby. Think about Eyes Wide Shut, The Shining, True Detective Season 1. There's so many that you can name, and it's everywhere. A Clockwork Orange, anything Kubrick. And then, True Detective Season 1, Rosemary's Baby, The Ninth Gate. It's all over the place. You can even say Weapons. It was showing occult ritual type shit. It's clear as day if you understand what the occult does and how they operate. Not only that, fashion. They show you during fashion. They show you, they'll wear very occultic, outfits at the Met Gala. They'll tell you what they're doing. They'll tell you in songs. Like, what is this David guy that just potentially murdered his underage girlfriend? The dude's already he's not even arrested yet for being a fucking pedophile, grooming a young girl and then potentially killing her. Arrest him for grooming and being a fucking diddler, and then fucking figure out what happened with that girl, if he killed her or whatnot. But he was singing about that exact thing happening in his songs. That's like a ritual, manifesting it, making it happen, and everyone loved him. I never streamed that guy. I didn't even know one song by him. But his lyrics clearly are indicative of what happened to that girl. Really weird. That's occultic type shit. And look who he signed to. I mean, he signed by the same people that signed Billie Eilish and all these other weird members in music. Playboy Cardi would be another one. A$AP Rocky, Rihanna. The music industry is filled with this. It's all over the place. And Lady Gaga is one of the number one occult music artists. But they're everywhere. They're everywhere. And think about rap. You have P. Diddy. I mean, this goes into the child trafficking networks that are set up. Where do all these children go? What are they being used for? Who are they going to? Why is it a global network? How was that set up? Why was it allowed? Because it's a global fucking religion. That's the most powerful religion in the world. And what they are summoning is real spiritual dark shit, demon shit. It's not just, fun and games. Like, they are letting demons and entities from other dimensions, probably. This is probably what the Bible is talking about, angels and demons. They're summoning them to use their bodies as vessels to now operate on Earth and operate on humans and, feed off of what we have to offer. And what the people summoning them get in return is power, wealth, fame, nothing good, nothing, just all power related. But that's what they want, global power. Once they can corral everyone under one global government, it's over. But you see this shit everywhere. And I know I'm rambling. It's just hard to keep up. And then you have the numerology. So the 33 is Freemasons. This is part of the occult. You have the 33 all over the recent assassination. You have 33 over all over movies, all over entertainment. They're telling you it's everywhere. Pyramids, 33. You'll see 3 pyramids always set up. Even on architecture, you just like the top of a building, the pillar might have just like a nice little pyramid sitting on it. It's always like 3 of them. You see that everywhere. Like, once you notice 33, you'll start seeing it everywhere. 444 is another one. They use numerology to essentially manifest black magic shit, which is not fake. It's real as shit. And this is where the atheists and scientists have no fucking skin in this game. They're retards. They can't see past what they believe in. They're already, their minds are made up. Science is the most fundamental religion in the world. Yeah, keep taking your boosters, faggot. And then the atheists are, it's just black when we die. How would you know, you fucking loser? How would you know? Why are you even here at the bar telling me this, you faggot? Go back home. No one wants to be around you. Is black when we die? Maybe. How would you know? Literally go kill yourself then and let me know. Atheists suck. Scientists suck. I mean, I love science, but the ones that worship it are some of the most grotesque creatures in the world. Disgusting, vile creatures that like to transition kids with joy and glee. So the atheists and scientists are so far gone. No, they're kind of like, at this point, like apes. They're like monkeys. Throwing shit at each other and fucking fighting with little rock tools. No one cares about them. I mean, it's a spiritual war we're fighting. All right. But yeah, you have numerology all over the place. The Kobe Bryant death had numerology all over it. That was another ritual that was probably performed right in front of our face. You can think of so many. You had Anne Heche, Ellen's ex-girlfriend or whatever that was to her. You had all these other deaths, Hendrix, Prince, Whitney Houston, Amy Winehouse, Mac Miller, X, Pop Smoke. All these weird deaths that happen. It's a death cult at the end of the day. They gain power through death and through sacrifice, blood sacrifice. They usually child sacrifice through ritualistic sexual abuse, satanic sexual ritualistic abuse. The most demonic thing you can think of. It's fucking horrendous. I won't even explain what they do. If you want to know, there's plenty of books and plenty of podcasts I kind of go into it. I'm not going to go into it. You can think about what they do. Frazzle drip. What's on Anthony Weiner's laptop? Hillary, Huma Abedin. Fuck you guys. But think about all the cults too. All the cults are ritualistic. You have the Manson family, CIA, MK Ultra. See, what they also are very skilled at, the occult and all these groups, is human psychology. It's because they are aware and also have, what should I say? They're aware of the knowledge that no one knows regarding human psychology. They're aware of secret knowledge not told to people regarding human psychology, meaning how do we mind control them? How do we deceive them? Because it's all about deceit. If we can deceive you, we can control you. So it's all about human psychology as well. And they don't tell us what this information is, what this secret knowledge regarding human psychology is, because if we found out, we would free ourselves because we would know how to avoid falling into that deceit and the trap. It's secret. It also, this whole occult and old religion revolves around mind control and deceit and secret knowledge regarding human psychology. They know, and also secret knowledge of what's beyond Earth. What else is there? Are there other realms to go to? Are they interdimensional? What technology do we really have? These are going to be the groups and the religion that are in possession of the technology and know about it. And, well, we have phones. They probably made the phones fucking 80 years ago. It was just a costly thing, and not everyone had one. Once the military and everyone else important was done using that technology and moved on to something new, then we got phones. Then we got it. But their technology is always going to be 70 years ahead. And their knowledge of human psychology is always going to be hidden to the normal person, the people. And that's how they can mind control and control you, because you don't know how they're doing this. Yeah, it's all about deceit as well. And they tell you what they're doing, but they're deceiving you. They put it in movies, they entertain you, but they're not lying. They're not lying to you. They're just deceiving you and tricking you. They know human psychology. Like I said, go listen to Mark Passio. Yeah, it's a crazy religion, and it's deep. Deep, deep, deep. Oh, did I miss anything? I probably missed so much, but I mean, I have a list of all the movies I've seen. Probably, I always write my movies down that I want to watch or I did watch, or TV shows, and I've been doing a good job at keeping up with this list. So here, let's go. Let's read through them and see if I probably missed some movies, but go watch these movies and these TV shows, and don't watch it like you're watching it for the first time. You got to see the symbolism, what they're doing. They're telling you. So let's see. Room 237, 8mm. Before I even go, there's a movie that was made in 1998 called Snake Eyes, in which a guy named Charlie Kirkland was murdered by a character named Tyler the Assassin, and he was shot and killed at the Trump Tower. And what was the date that this character died in the movie named Charlie Kirkland? September 10th. Okay, and then the cover of the movie is white gloves, which symbols Freemasonry. So they also, you can call it prediction, like The Simpsons. Oh, they predict things. No, they manifest things. They're doing black magic. They're programming you. They are, deceiving you. They're telling you what they're going to do, and they got your consent, and then they carry it out. It's literally black magic. But to get back to this, I mean, Ari Aster's wrote some great ones. Hereditary, Midsummer, Eddington was kind of, yeah, you can throw it in there. The Wicker Man. Let's see, Twin Peaks. Let's go. Eyes Wide Shut. Weapons, I already said that. Midsummer. The Ninth Gate, said that. Get Out, Us, Nope. They're kind of telling us something there. Like, look at the new movie that the guy that wrote Get Out, Us, and Nope, Jordan Peele. Very good writer, but I think he's part of the group, or maybe he's trying to tell us what they do, but if he knows what they do, then he's part of the group. And he's writing a new movie that's coming out soon called Him, and it's about this football player that sells his soul essentially to become like the greatest in the world at football and to be the best of all time. And it's a black guy playing the player, but the cover of the movie is the guy with his rings like this. It's literally the same picture that Tom Brady is like known for, with all of his rings flashing. And Giselle, his ex-wife, literally said that Brady was involved in ritualistic behavior. Robert Kraft too, the owner of the Patriots. So, let's go. What else? Donnie Darko, Full Metal Jacket, Severance, Rosemary's Baby, already said that. Minority Report, The Three Body Problem, The Master, which is about Scientology's start. There's so many. I mean, Mother, Mulholland Drive, Children of Men. There's so many. I mean, Requiem for a Dream, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, Fight Club. I mean, these. Babylon, Dallas Buyers Club, Memento, True Detective Season 1. Season 2 is really good as well. I mean, there's so many. Just, you gotta watch movies that aren't fucking dog shit, like every movie now. I mean, there's a couple good ones that have been coming out, but like, you gotta watch shit from the 60s, like Chinatown, and Roman Polanski, who is a kid fucker that's not even allowed in the US anymore. He wrote some movies, though, that also kind of explain what's going on. Quentin Tarantino's movies, anything from the 60s to the early 2000s, is going to be something to watch. Anything Kubrick, Roman Polanski, Ari Aster, I would say even Ridley Scott, people like that are who you're gonna want to go watch or watch their movies. They're gonna be the ones that are putting the occult symbolism and ritualistic behavior that they engage in their movies, and they're going to be the ones kind of showing you what they do. And then you can go to music too and watch people's performances or listen to their songs. Sabrina Carpenter, I know Jenna Ortega is an actor, but Jenna Ortega, Lady Gaga, Katy Perry, this David guy, P. Diddy, there's so many more. Billie Eilish. There's so many. I can't even remember all of them right now. Yeah, it's hard to remember all of them, but there's so many in the music industry. And then go to art, Marina Abramovic, yeah, Michelle Levy's kind of involved in fashion, but art and fashion are hand in hand essentially with trafficking and occult, satanic ritual abuse bullshit. Michelle Levy, Marina Abramovic, anything that John Podesta or Tony Podesta have bought artwork wise, whoever made the artwork, whatever they make, Go look at the artwork in Epstein's house. Go look at the artwork in Comet Pizza. Go look at the artwork in the Podesta's house. Go look at the artwork in Jamie Lee Curtis's house that burned down, fortunately for her, because it was pretty gross, in Palisade fires. Go look at the artwork in, so many. Yeah. I mean, go look at the cults that have been started. Look at what they did. The Finders cult. Look into the Finders cult. Very sketchy intelligence ties that was involved with trafficking children and satanic ritual sexual abuse. The Franklin scandal. Child sex trafficking from Omaha to DC to the highest level people. Epstein's network, the cartel network, Richard Branson's network. Go look at the royal family. I mean, they were hanging out with Epstein. They were a customer. Look at, like I said, Richard Branson as well, connected to them. Marc Dutroux in Belgium, I think. There's so many, and they're still operating. The Nexium cult that was involved with Epstein as well, where he was branding the models and also trafficking them. And he died the same way that Epstein did when he got put in jail. Rachel Chandler. It's insane. Ghislaine Maxwell, Robert Maxwell. It's crazy. It's global. And, they'll say they'll mask themselves with Judaism, Christianity, Islam, atheism, whatnot. I don't care. It's one big club and we ain't in it. And it's the oldest religion. It's the old religion. They use black magic, numerology, ritual behavior to summon these entities that use their bodies as vessels, and in return they get what they have: fame, wealth, and most importantly, power and control. And there's even one of the rituals, I guess, of these demons to summon it was like an oil spill. Like, so the channel for this specific demon that the occult worshipped or would summon or talk to would channel itself from wherever these entities come from to Earth through like oil or an oil spill. And then we had that huge oil spill that happened in the middle of the ocean. That was really, really fucking weird. And South Park made an episode about the oil spill, and they even named this same demon that is worshipped, that in the show they had the oil spill, and then this demon came through the oil channel from the spill. So who knows what happens with these huge, massive oil spills and what shit's going on with that. And then they tell us something completely different. And, every other mass killing event or huge tragedy that happens in our country. We're never told what actually happened. And it might just be a ritual that they performed right in front of our face to summon whatever they needed to summon. And the reason I was already very interested in all this shit. But I recently found out about this woman named Tracy Twyman. And she's particularly fascinating because when she's written, let me see how many books Tracy Twyman has written. So if we go, let's go to here. Tracy. She's an investigative journalist, but she's very interesting because what she did is not so annoying. All right, we'll just go to, hold on. She's an investigative journalist that went deep into investigating and studying and researching and writing many, many books about the occult. And not only just researching them, she actually would take part in many of the rituals or summoning of these entities to talk to the entities that they summon in the occult to learn from these entities, and she kind of used them as a source to write about them. And she would herself engage in things like Ouija boards to summon Baphomet and other ritualistic behaviors. If you want to hear the rest of this episode, head over to the Patreon, which is patreon.com/culturalswinemedia. The link to the Patreon will also be in the description below. So peace.